Grand setting or rising chosen divine beings, wherever you find yourself in the world today. I do apologize for not being on the last few days. Been taking care of my little one who's feeling a little under the weather. So, trying to get him back to health. And so, in the meantime, I've been putting some videos from my TikTok and putting them on my YouTube, and something that's really been pressing on my mind that the Most High wants me to get out right now is for Divine Collective, as far as being very, very careful right now in this time, because those who have been coming up against us are still trying to portray themselves as being spotless lambs and of the light. And because things are wrapping up with court and with other legal issues, and also as far as everything being brought to the light of the things that they have done coming towards us, like I keep saying, they are becoming more aggressive. And at first, you're not going to see the aggressiveness because, of course, they're going to try to put on another mask. They brought their super glue with them, so just in case it falls off again, they can make it stay on a little bit longer. But anyway, they're gonna come as being apologetic and acting as if nothing really even happened, and make you feel like you're Delulu and that your intuition is off point when it's on point. And so, with that being said, don't allow these gooms and goblins to, one, even come back in your energetic force field, two, try to manipulate you, and three, try to let those come back to me spells work. Okay? When I say do not look back, I mean that. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah with Lot and his wife? Lot had faith, and he heard from the Most High to not turn back, or they would turn into what? A pillar of salt. And a lot of these people are going to come looking like they're sugar and they're sweet, like I said, innocent. And if you turn back, you are going to turn into the pillar of salt that they exactly are, and want you to be with them. A lot of these karmic exes in all sorts and forms, family, friends, associates, co-workers, foes, ops, they have been acting like they're a lollipop or a piece of candy, because that's how a lot of people get the innocent ones to be lurked in, correct? So we're not turning into no pillars of salt, because we come way too far to allow ourselves to return to abuse, toxicities, chaos, drama. And at the end of the day, when we're around these karmic entities, we suffer and face the same karma as them, and we get wrapped up in that. And that's exactly what they want. Another thing for you young ones out there that are wanting to start families, or if you're older and you still want to start a family, please be careful who you attach yourselves to, and be careful who you have kids with, because a divine plus a karmic energy creates a chaotic child. And that chaos within that child is going to be hard work to balance out, because you're going to have to deal with behaviors and characteristics and patterns from the one you wanted to have kids with. And it can be overwhelming sometimes, to say the least. And at the end of the day, we are supposed to be generational curse breakers. So be very wise and intuitive when it comes to starting families, because a lot of these fallen stars, they are reptilian like, and they know how to blend in, and they know how to, I would say, skinwalk. So please be careful, because right now, you know, the energy right now, I don't even have to pull any cards. It's just chaos and mayhem right now. And us divine chosen beings, we need to stay alert, and we need to keep warning each other and keep reminding each other that this is not an illusion and that we're not delusional. We know exactly what we know. We saw what we saw, and it is what it is. So don't allow these people from your past suck you back in. There's a lot going on out there, a lot of sacrifices going on. As it says in the Bible from Yeshua, when he said, "Do you think I came back here to bring peace?" No. It will be mother against mother, father against father, mother against son, father against son, sister against sister, brother against brother. We are back in past prophecy, but in a future recent reality of the days of Pharaoh. And they want to keep us in bondage and still in chains and do not want to let my people go. Now, on the flip side of what I'm telling you is, we know how, like I keep saying, the story ends. We will be let go, whether they want to let us go or not. Who are they to say who we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, who we're supposed to love? Who are they to continually rob us of everything? They will be sat down and they will be humbled. Thus says the Most High. Because enough is enough, and playtime is over. A lot of us have been through hell, came up out of it, went back in, came back out, went back in, over and over again. Some of us our whole lives. And the Most High allowed these demonic entities to do what they've done to us for as long as they have, because it was training ground for us. So while they were ha-ha-heeing and giggity gooing it up and thought that they were going to continue to get away with things, like I keep saying as well, now they're dumbfounded because they don't understand why their abuse of power is not working anymore. It was only supposed to work for a certain amount of time so that we could be in basic combat training. A lot of us divine chosen beings, when we were younger, we were silenced because a lot of family members and those around us knew how powerful we really were and are. And so they try to dim us down and take away our power and try to make us submit to them and try to make us codependent on them when we've been independent our whole lives. Oh, so no, they don't want that. They want to mind control and manipulate and put chains on and keep us tucked away and locked up. And also, like I keep saying, it's our time to shine. We're the real stars. Hmm? Star seeds. Sent from stardust above, and then flame throughout to the earth. Star and earth, excuse me, yeah, they're mad. They don't want me to get this out. We're star and earth seeds. Hybrids. Hmm? And they know that. So we're going to keep our power. We're not going to give any more of it away. A lot of people thought we were gullible. We're not gullible. A lot of us just had empathetic hearts. And we gave chance after chance to ones who, at the end of the day, just thought of us as a game. Oh, and on another note, while I'm bringing that up, a lot of the relationships that some of us got up out of, where they were literally sent in on a job to unalive us. Some of them actually came to like us and actually, fell in love with us. And I have the audacity and the goal to be heartbroken and want to come back into our lives as well. When at the end of the day, it wasn't a real relationship. It was a situationship. They signed a contract. There was money put on our heads. And somewhere along the line, after falling in love or starting to like us, they forgot that they were just sent in to do a job. And now they're sitting there looking all goofy and heartbroken. Make it make sense. And have the nerve and the audacity to want to have some beef and buff up and act like irate buffoons and come against us along with the rest of everybody else. Enough is enough. We're awakened. We have ascended. We're so high up that we can see everything that y'all are doing down below. And y'all are confused about that as well. The karmics. Not divine chosen. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm amped up on the karmics right now. Because it's ridiculous. Still want to hide and bury and tuck, and it's just too much. It's too much sauce. What kind of sauce is it? I don't know, but it's too much of it. Done used babies as pawns and abused the elderly and taken out the innocent and keep bullying after years and years of bullying. And we've turned the other cheek and turned the other cheek and turned the other cheek. And y'all still want to spit on us. No. Everything that karmic field that y'all have sent out or wished upon us, divine chosen beings, is exactly what you're going to get back. And I do know that there are some in karmic field that are passing away right now. Because I can smell it in the air. Been smelling death since I was a little girl. Judgment and karma and justice is here. Spiritual mathematics, boomerang of intentions, of seeds of good and evil, or evil being sown. While Divine Collective was sowing seeds of productivity and love, and gratitude, Karmic Field was sowing seeds of being on demon time. And so that's exactly what Karmic Field is going to get back. they're going to be on the devil's time. Mm-hmm. All the devils, because there's more than one. More than just Lucifer. Mm-hmm. Payback's here. A lot of y'all made us Joseph. And now that famine time is here, like I keep saying. Now y'all want help. And we don't hear you. We don't see you. Just like you didn't hear us or see us. We cared just as much as y'all did, which was 0%. Nada, zilch, cero, nunc, 0. You get what you get because you gave what you gave. And thirdly, since all this is ramped up, chosen divine beings, be careful who you entertain yourself with as far as actually. Because these little demons out here, since they've got caught up with STDs, spiritually or physically, now they want to run around and take that hurt and pain that they're going through, and they want to throw it off on somebody else, a spotless lamb. Sickos. Pay attention to who you have your children around. PDF files all over the place. Sodom and Gomorrah, how many ever .0s we're on right now, is doomed. And ready to be destroyed. And God has pulled us, divine chosen beings, out, called us out into the wilderness, said, leave everything behind and don't look back. And if you are really connected with the Most High, then you will hear that small sound voice. And you will listen. Because a lot of people are trying to see if we're taking our own advice right now. Talking about, oh, they're going to come back. Watch, they're going to come back. No. No, we're not. We're outie. Going off into safety, into calmer waters. And best believe, as soon as we have gotten out of Sodom and Gomorrah, however many .0, we'll be seeing the destruction. From afar. Because a lot of y'all thought you were going to go sail off into the sunset and go be in paradise. While we continue to suffer. And the Most High said, oh, you think you're going to continue to keep on going on and keep attacking my babies, huh? Like I said, the Most High had this all set up while y'all were trying to set us up. Just for this appointed time. And I'm so happy it's here, because for a lot of us, it's been decades. "40 years in the wilderness, 40 years a slave. It's time to get to the promised land. And the reason why it took so long when they did come up out of Egypt for them to, well, they didn't get to really get to the promised land until way, way, way later, which is right now. So, and the reason why it took so long is because they were complaining and murmuring. Didn't trust that God would provide. And so when you're coming up out of this enslavement. And because God told you to leave with nothing. And when you get out there, it can be a scary feeling. Not knowing how your next meal is going to come. Not knowing how this, that, and the other is going to work out for you. And it can dredge some tears, because at the end of the day, you just been through so much hurt and so much pain. But God does not want us to be resentful, because that's another bag we can't take through the needle of the eye, correct? As I explained in a couple other videos ago. So we have to tread light within our heart, light on our feet, and definitely to have a light spirit and mind. Always continue to be grateful and to show gratitude, and then that way you won't feel resentful and be complaining. And I have to tell myself that all the time, because it can get hard, especially for those of us Divine Collective that are doing things all on our own. Well, they said, oh, they don't know how to take care of themselves. Oh, they can't handle money. Oh, they can't do this, that, and the other. Well, look at us, though. We're doing it. Always been independent. Never needed them for anything. They need us. And like the movie Ants, the ants, when they were going versus the grasshoppers, the grasshoppers always knew that if the ants got together and collabed up together and bonded and strengthened together, that they would be able to overthrow them and overtake them. But as long as they could keep the ants feeling minuscule and keep them at work and keep them tired, drained, then they were able to keep control of them. So as in every story of enslavement, correct? It's time for us divine ants to come together. And that doesn't always mean, physically, because most of us, we do our divine collective work in other dimensions beside the physical. So it's time for us to really strengthen up together mentally, spiritually, and to go ahead and get to the promised land. Because God's promises are here. Some of these people literally took our coat of many colors that was handcrafted by the Most High, and they took it and they shredded it up and kept some of it amongst themselves. And although a lot of them did literally try to shred us apart, break us apart, disembody us, God has allowed the breaking of us to build us back stronger than ever. And still we rise. And still we press towards the goal. So, Divine Collective, don't forget where we've come from, how much we've endured, how much we've overcome. Because that tunnel vision that we have, where we've always been able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, we're at the end of the tunnel. And that light is right there. We bend, we don't break. Just like a palm tree. Palm trees can withstand super high storms, wind storms. And they just bend with it. But we're not going to break. And we're not going to let these demonic entities break us. Divine Collective, keep soldiering on. Keep hearing that still small voice, which is intuition from the Most High, your spirit guides, and your ancestors. It's time for a change, and it's time to be free from emotional, physical, mental, psychological, sexual abuse. It's time to break decades of bondage and unhealed trauma. And for Karmicville, oh, Karmicville, it's really sad because a lot of us seers, like I keep saying, we see exactly what's about to happen to y'all because you just won't quit. You just have to try and, take some of us out so you can get the clout and you can join the club. And you can get the rank. Literally being crash test dummies. And that's just fine with us. Go ahead and keep on running yourselves into a wall. Just fine. At the end of the day, y'all have free will. And you wanted to bend our free will. Take our free will away. And so that's exactly what you're going to get back. Wanted to be out here telling everybody else what to do and being in control of everybody else. And now you're going to be controlled in one form or another, whether it's behind a cell or in hell. So get ready. Because you had plenty of time to turn around. That's when y'all should have turned around. But for us, we're not turning around because we refuse to be salty like y'all. No. It's our time with the divine to shine. Period. We're sun babies. And all put together, we form a brightness that is going to blind a lot of y'all. Because you refuse to see us clearly when we were in your lives. So for divine and for Karmicville on both sides, hey, time is now. It's here. Thus says the Most High. I love y'all. Karmicville, I gave you to God. I gave you up to God. I've been gave you up to God. For His will and His way. But for divine collective, keep standing 10 toes down. Keep speaking your truth, because the best way to shame the devil is exposure. And these little devils need to be ashamed. And continue to stand up for somebody else around you that hasn't found their voice yet. I have said it, and so it is so. Ashe, ashe, asheo.